I'm Andy with Falco K9 Services, Security and Investigations. One of our premier services that we provide are detection dogs for narcotics and explosives. Desert Sands Unified School District is one of our biggest customers in regard to the use of our detection dogs. And on the screen right now I have Jeff Kaye, who is the Security Director for Desert Sands Unified School District. Jeff, first of all, thank you for joining us. What I want to know is, what is one of the reasons you decided to use detection dogs at your schools?
Detection dogs were in use when I got to the school district about 3.5 years ago, but it was a vendor that I wasn't real pleased with their service, not the company itself, but what they were doing for us. My background in narcotics enforcement is quite extensive, and I supervised a drug dog for about 5 years in a very busy narcotics task force, so I knew what I was looking for in terms of the service itself and the reporting procedures, and especially the evidentiary procedures after something was located. So I started looking for a different vendor to just take care of our needs.
Have you found that the detection dogs are a good deterrent for narcotics in your schools?
Yeah, it's an excellent deterrent. As a matter of fact, according to the kids we talk to, it's the #1 deterrent for them bringing contraband to school. Because we don't tell them what they can find. You know, we tell them they can find everything. So some of the kids think if they don't do their homework, the dog's going to know about it. You know, but as far as guns, knives, drugs, the kids are scared of the dogs. So.
Have you found any controversy in regard to rights violations when it comes to the students or the parents?
We've had a couple of them, but the students all get a student handbook at the beginning of the year, and they sign for that, and the parents have to sign for it. So in our Ed code, our Board of Education codes, it says right there that K9 Detection Services might be used on any campus. So they know about it going in. So we've had very few issues.
What about in the school district itself? Have you found any teachers or administrators who do not like the dogs in the schools?
No, we get 100% support, especially after the teachers see the results. They feel a lot safer in the classroom, and they actually welcome the dogs in.
Now, the biggest question of all, what about Falco K9 SSI? What do you think about our services?
It's been great. I actually cut back the K9 service quite a bit before I contracted with Falco, just because I just wasn't happy with what I was getting. Once Falco took over, it's a pretty phenomenal program, especially since they're local. Since you guys are local, we can go on-call stuff for graduation, dances, football games. So if we need them, we call them and they show up.
Would you recommend Falco K9 SSI to any other school districts?
I would. The reporting procedures are what I like. I shouldn't say best. It really helps me out because I have to do a quarterly report to the school board. So it's right there for me. It's already done. I don't need to do anything else but make copies of the reports and do statistical analysis of what was, not so much what was found, how often we've done it. I think the biggest advantage of the K9 is not what they find, it's what doesn't get brought in tomorrow because of it. You know.
In regard to our other detection dog services, like explosive detection dogs, looking for guns, ammo, that type of thing.
Yes, a good example of that is we had a bomb scare at La Quinta High School last year. And we had to evacuate the whole school. La Quinta High School is like a small city. There's 3,000 kids and the faculty and all. There's probably 4,000 people on campus at any given time. The Sheriff's Department K9, their bomb dog was coming from Riverside. So we had about an hour and a half to 2 hours delay. So we would have had to close the school. You can't keep kids in the heat for that long, evacuated. The Falco K9 was on call for us. They were there in about 10 minutes. The sergeant from the police department was in our command post, met with the K9 handler, reviewed his certification, and he was happy to let the dog run on the suspected device. And we cleared that whole thing up in about 20 minutes. And we got the kids back in the classroom.
So Jeff, tell us a little bit about your experience. What brought you to the position you're currently in at the school district?
I did 24 years of law enforcement in Reno, Nevada. I retired from there and moved out here to the Coachella Valley. And in my years in law enforcement, mainly worked undercover operations and narcotics enforcement. So when I was looking for a K9 detection service for the school district, I knew what I was looking for. And we've expanded the K9 program quite a bit because of the service we got from Falco. We incorporated middle schools starting this year into our program. The middle school principals are pretty happy about that.
Now, before you came out here, did you realize it was going to be 117 degrees out here?
I did, but it was cold in Nevada, so I just wanted to go someplace where I didn't have to shovel snow again, and it worked.
Thank you, Jeff, very much, and we appreciate your feedback regarding Falco K9 SSI.
Sure.